Excuse me. Now you hear me?
Yes.
Because my voice is too big if I start to speak too much. I am from Congo. We have been speaking here much about Congo. I want to know if everyone knows that there are two Congos in Central Africa. One is very big, like me, and then the other one is a small Congo. One was the Belgium Congo, that's my Congo, DRC, which was a Zaire. And another one, the small Congo, was colonized by France. The two are speaking French and the local languages, and the two are speaking Lingala. And we have two capitals, which are very near, separated by the fleuve, by the river, which is called also Congo. This is the capital of Brazzaville, which is the Congo, the small Congo, French Congo, and the Kinshasa, which was the Leopoldville, which is the capital of ex-Zaire, DRC today. I am from DS, Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic. I am a politician and activist. I am Anglican pastor, Francophone, Anglican pastor. And I have been president of African students and workers in Canada, encouraging Canada to invest in Africa. And Canada also has his problem. We have Quebec, where I was, in Montreal, is Francophone. And we have Ottawa, federal government. And during my studies, as the president of African and students in Canada, I finished University of Montreal more than 30 years ago with my PhD. And during that time as a young, we were burning to promote Africa. And during that time, the country called Ivory Coast was a model of African development. But I was asking to my professor, is it going to last long or one day it will collapse? And today you know what has happened in Ivory Coast. One president is in Hague, is in prison in Hague, and then another one is dead. Just went now election again, I think last week or last 2 weeks. He's going to stay again for some years. For me, Africa is just one country. We have only one dream: to build a stable, a sustainable continent. I have been working for African issues for many years, lobbying. I'm an international lobbyist, lobbying for African issues for many years. We have a problem. When I hear here, from the beginning of all the speeches, I am afraid when you are speaking minerals. This is our burden, minerals. Africa doesn't have only minerals. We have people living in Africa. And most of our people are young people who have a dream for a better life. They have dreams for having good schools, good expertise. My brother here say there are opportunities. There are good schools. People are studying, but they don't have expertise. To get expertise, you need to work. There is no job. I don't believe in statistics. I believe in the life of people. I believe in the people changing their life. I need the people to work. I need the leaders to create the opportunities for work, that the people can gain life, they can be stable, and they can sustain by themselves. But Africa needs investors. story of two African leaders, two African presidents meeting in the 70s. The president who was in my country for 32 years, Mobutu Sese Seko Umwendu was above. And meeting in an official visit, Arap Moi, president of Kenya. In Kenya, there was some kind of liberalization. There was a dictatorship. In Congo, the dictatorship was 100% with Mobutu Sese Seko. And he visited his friend, Moi. He found Moi complaining, oh, people are coming from everywhere to do a demonstration here in Nairobi. He asked him how they are coming. Oh, they drive cars from the north to the south. They come here and they do demonstration. They come from the east, they come from west. Some by plane, some by cars. Mobutu looked to his friend and laughed. Say, they come by cars. From the north to here. From the west to here. Oh, my brother, you did not understand how to maintain yourself in power. In my Zaire, I don't build roads. Yeah? In my country, I don't build roads. Because if they build the roads, they will start to do the same in my country, in Kinshasa. In my country, you have to take the plane. And we have a country which is the size of the Western Europe. That's democracy, the Republic of Congo, ex-Zaire. That country is a continent in itself. And the man decided he cannot develop the country. He cannot build the roads for 32 years of our life. And he's telling to his friend, you should not build the roads. Build the road. The motorway. You build this, you build this. Don't build. In my country, don't build. I have to take the planes. And when I see that there is trouble, I stop the plane in Kinshasa. There's no trouble. It's what we have been in that country for 32 years. And we decided to fight that man. I went everywhere and find at last we got some Pan-Africans, friends, like President of Angola, like the President of Uganda. We become friends. We say, let us fight this man. We finished the man. But after finishing the man, in 97, a friend of us, African, who was working with us from Uganda, went to find Laurent Desire Kabila drinking his alcohol in the Dar es Salaam and made him the leader of opposition with a hidden ambition behind us. Let us take over. Then I will take control of the minerals in Congo. So why am I afraid when you're speaking about minerals? We have to invest in multi-sectorial Africa needs food. There is opportunity in agriculture. There are opportunity today in telecommunication. People must communicate. Infrastructure, it's opportunities. We don't have only mineral. My friend Museveni went to arrange something after bringing Laurent Desire Kabila and start to create rebellions. Using Kagame, entering Congo and looting minerals. It's where we are today. They went in Tanzania, took someone from taxi driver and make a president of Congo. That's what the man called now Joseph Kabila. And why they have to get someone who cannot know anything, who cannot build anything. Now, next month, I think the end of this month, there will be a conference here for global conference for development of Africa, investment and this. The money he will never be there. Many presidents will be here. He will not come here. Because there is no capacity in the man. And this is Africa we don't want yet again. We need things to change. We need Africa to get the new leaders. We need Africa to get stability, peace, security. We cannot accept that someone can stay in the power more than 30 years and he wants to continue to change the constitution and stay again. But when the trouble will come, which business are we going to put there? We need now to start to promote democracy in Africa, even impose democracy. Because what has happened in Nigeria is a good example for Africa. President Buhari took over peacefully. I was there. He invited me in Nigeria. I was there in June. And we had a nice time in Abuja to see an African handing over to another African. But I had a discussion with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Zimbabwe after the handover. I asked him, my friend, did you see this? What do you mean? What did you see? What did you learn here? He said, we did not learn anything here. I had a 1 hour discussion with this man. I told him, my brother, we are all African. We need this continent to change. You cannot have Mugabe sitting there for life. He's an old man. He's just sleeping when he's coming in the meeting. But in Africa, to do business, you need to have contact with those leaders. But the man told me, you are living in England. Go and tell the lady there, when she will go, Mugabe will go. I told him, this is England. It's a business for England. But we have to do also our business. Let the English, they have gone very far in their development. But we're still young. We enter in this world very late. We have now to do our duty as African. And tell to Mugabe, the time has come to give over to a young man. And then to hand over like this. He told me, when you will be becoming president next year in Congo, we will come with Mugabe to celebrate. But we will never change in Zimbabwe. That's your country. Last week, the same man was in Tanzania, because Tanzania is another example of a peaceful handover between President Kikwete and Magufuli. This is a very good example. But they were all of them there. Museveni was there. Kagame just changed the constitution. And the Minister of Zimbabwe told me this in Abuja. Oh, we appreciate Museveni because he changed the constitution legally to stay for long. We don't like what is happening in Burundi because the man doesn't know how to change legally the constitution. They know how to change legally the constitution. I wanted to stop here, but I wanted to say this. We have been speaking here for CEMAC. When you look to the CEMAC, Congo-Brazzaville, last week, the President Sassou did, he made a referendum. After war, after 2 legal terms, he changed the constitution last year to stay long. The country is in a cow. My brother was too good. He said, oh, now it's dark, now you can come for business. No, no. He has already set up the climate of trouble. We know Congolese of Brazzaville. It will burn very soon. You get the Central Africa. For years now, is in trouble. We hope that there will be peaceful elections and the things can be stabilized and democracy can prevail there. You have Cameroon, Boko Haram. Those are challenges for our country. And this international terrorism, we have to stop it. We have to do all to stop international terrorism in our country. And we have to, this is a global problem. And it's not only for Cameroon, it's also a problem of Chad, I think so. And when we are speaking to CEMAC, for CEMAC here, we have also to understand that those countries, they are signing a lot of treaties and they don't apply them. There's no application of treaties. You cannot build economical and monetary coalition, cooperation, without free and fair trade inside of your sub-region. And there are a lot of small organizations. You will find one country in 3 organizations. We are speaking about CEMAC, but we did not speak about ECAS. Some of the countries in CEMAC are also members of ECAS. They are every day creating organization and signing. But those organizations is like when Mobutu created CPG, Great Lakes Cooperation, with Rwanda, Burundi, and Congo, DRC. Mobutu created that organization only for his own security in Congo. It was meant to be an organization for development of the Great Lakes of Africa region, sub-region. But he did what? He was controlling the ex-president of Rwanda, Habyarimana, and controlling the president of Burundi via an organization called CPG. And CPG is still continuing today. Uganda has joined CPG. And we have SADC region. I will tell you one story. I don't believe in difference of languages in Africa. We can do business anywhere in Africa out of languages. Before the freedom of Mandela, myself and my friend, Madame Tanji Ramwe, who was a ENC representative in Oslo, we decided before the release of Mandela to get the DSC in SADC region. You spoke about SADC. SADC, Congo is, Madame Tanji asked me, the professor, but you can't really speak in French. I said, no, we need to join SADC after Mobutu. It's what we did. Mandela came out of prison, he found out with the project. When he went for the mediation between Mobutu and Laurent Désiré Kabila, he told Laurent, you take over and bring Congo in the SADC region. Today we are a member of SADC. But I think we can do more. We have mostly to work toward the empowerment of African Union. Because all those small groups, they are creating a lot of confusion in our countries. One country in three organizations, and those organizations don't respect the treaties, and the people are not circulating in the continent. It's a serious problem. But there is a lot of opportunity in Africa for business, and we have to do it now with Britain. We need